Hello everyone, hey, it's a nice warm Thursday afternoon and I just heard a train. So I'm headed up to Mount Orab. It's going to be westbound. I did hear them on the radio say it was 2414. That's the little switcher. So we should have a loaded rock train going through Mount Orab right now. So let's see if I can beat them up here to the crossing and then catch them on the hill in Williamsburg. All right, this is going to be awesome. I knew it was going to be a train coming through, so I was just kind of waiting around for it. I probably should have gone up to the tracks and waited, but I was busy working on a video. Heard the train and here we go. Start the video, son. There's the poor caboose. All right, the lights started flashing. Here we go. I heard them say something about there's a bobcat, piece of machinery parked too close to the railroad tracks, only a few feet from the tracks, right behind the trailer park over there. The train just barely was able to squeeze by it. So it's on railroad property, needs to be moved. That's interesting. Uh-oh, one car rule. He stopped and waved at me. He must watch my videos. He stopped and waved. Cool, look at that. Is that awesome or what? That does look cool.
Right there on the left side, 5 feet. Alright, I'll go up there and have a word, tell them they got a call in for anything like that. Yeah, they did not look and they did not stop working. That private crossing right there before you get to the trailer park? That's correct. Like right after. Alright, understood. They cut a trail in from that road to there, or just they're behind the trailer park? That I don't know. If you're going east, it's right after the trailer park, kind of where that business is, I believe. Somebody's house back there. Alright. Go ahead, roll by. You want me to get you up Brooks, or you want me to go back here? Get me on Brooks real quick, and then if you want to roll up there, I can start heading towards the yard. Alright, let me give 2 a call. They're working in the yard right now, so I'll let them know you're coming through Mount Orab. Okay.
There you go. That's the conductor talking to the engineer. I don't know if that's a new engineer or not. I didn't recognize him. Alrighty, let's go get him again.
To the MOW crew.
I was calling the maintenance away crew. That was pretty cool. Let's go get him again. Hey, that was pretty cool. The guy in the truck back there said he watches my videos. He said he's been wondering if he'd catch me up here someday. That was pretty cool. If you're watching this one, thanks for watching my videos. I appreciate your support. Downtown Mount Orab. Uh-oh, I got behind the school bus. Look at this. Let's see here. Okay, I gotta figure out how I'm gonna do this. If they go straight past the next road, then I'll turn left on that road. If they turn left on that road, then I'll go straight. because if it make too many stops, I'm gonna miss the train. Hey, has everybody been watching that with Afro Man on TV? Afro Man had the police come into his house because somebody made a false report of him kidnapping someone. So the police busted in his door and came in, found nothing. He made a music video about it, and then they sued him. They sued him for defamation and slander and stuff. Well, the case came out in Afro Man's favor for the First Amendment. That was pretty cool. Afro Man doesn't live very far from me. He just lives up the road near Winchester, Ohio. I know where he lives. I'll show his house sometime in one of my videos. I'm not going to show the address or nothing like that. I don't want anybody to be able to find out where he lives, but I know where he lives at near Winchester. I go by there all the time when I'm filming trains. But I always wonder if he hangs out with Bootsy Collins, you know, the master of funk. Now, I've been to Bootsy Collins' house maybe a half dozen times. I've actually been inside of his house when I worked for the health department. I've been inside of his house. Had to get water samples a few times right after he built the home. We're talking 20 years ago, so it's been a while. But yeah, one time I went to his house to get a water sample, and they just left the door unlocked and told me to just go on in. There wasn't anybody there. Another time I went there, and Bootsy was there one time when I got a water sample, and there was a couple other guys with him too. I didn't recognize them though. But yeah, that was pretty cool. Getting to go inside his house. But I always wonder if those two hang out. Maybe they will since this thing happened. All right, I think the bus is going to go straight. Hopefully I can get down here Lindsay Road railroad crossing in time before the train comes. So let's try that. Alrighty, here we go. I'm at Lindsay Road. Now here's the train. I don't see it yet. Here they come. This is the old railroad crossing at Lindsay Road that was closed down years ago. It's been at least 20 years. I don't remember when it was. Norfolk Southern paid the township $10,000 to close this crossing and put barricades up at both ends. It was after a car got hit. It was a dangerous crossing. It was really steep. Cool, check that out. High and dry. First two cars, those are railroad ties. Everything else on the train is rock. These are loaded cars with rock. Barcode. There they go. Westbound. Next town will be Williamsburg at the Hill. We'll go up there and catch them. Yeah, there used to be a railroad crossing right here. I've driven over it before. All right, there you go. Nice close look at the track. Is that a brand new type plate? This one had a derailment also, so they put some new rail in here, used rail, but that's why it's in sections instead of welded rail. They put it back in sections where they had that derailment, couple years ago for grain train. All right, let's hurry up and go to Williamsburg. Here we go. There's a 1946 tie plate. It says Portsmouth on it. And there's another one. It's got brand new spikes in it. That's a new tie right there. 1946. All right, so the train's way over there. You just can't really see it. You might be able to see the hopper cars a little bit. All right, the train's coming right behind that house right there. They've got a private crossing for the farm fields. Let's see if we can see them. They're right behind, there they are. Cool. Oh, I'd like to have this farm. That'd be a great place to live. There you go. Oh, let's head to Williamsburg. Yeah, one time, I'm gonna fish my store at Butchie Collins. He was putting in a cistern, but he had the cistern staked out right next to the house, which you can't do. In Ohio, your cistern has to be at least 10 feet from the foundation of the house. So I had to disapprove the application and have it relocated and come back again to re-inspect the new location. And then I did all the inspections on the cistern, took water samples, and also inspected the septic system. There's the train. I don't know if it shows up very good. I wish those trees were cut back. Right over here is where the railroad goes into the road. Right there. I have filmed them there before too. But you gotta park way over here, and it's a long walk on a steep hill. You gotta be quick about it. All right, gotta make a right-hand turn here. This is kind of hard during rush hour traffic like right now. If you get a lot of cars turn left. Oh, I got it made easy. If you're gonna make it. I think you'll make it. That was pretty cool. I know I was shooting in the sun on this side of the track, but if you get on the other side of the tracks, it's just not a very good view from here. the only way you can get a view, you got to go over there across the road on that side. And the best part's when the train gets about where I'm at right here. This is where it really starts getting steep and curvy. Now
We're
there
not
is.
gonna make it.
Uh-oh. They said we're not gonna make it. Just heard them say on the radio they're not gonna make it. Let's head up that way and see what's going on, if anything. Because I almost went to another crossing. There's another crossing up that way at the top of the hill, Tollgate Road. And that is a good spot to film from. I almost went there this time. Kind of wish I would have now. All right, hang on. Let's see what else we can do. But wait, there's more. There always is. Check this out. I'm at
Lights engaged there, Carl.
Afton.
We'll have you stop short of that Hootie switch and be with you momentarily.
I'm at Afton. I think, well, they made the hill, so that was good. I think they're gonna be switching Hootie, this train here. This is a different one, different train. Cool. Green Goblin. There he is. Hey, that was awesome. I didn't even plan this. The rock train's just now coming into the yard, and they're stopping. They're going to shut down on the north track. All right, Green Goblin went that way. They're going to switch Hootie right now. Right there. The other train is down that way. They're way down there. They stopped down there. And Purina is on up on the right a little ways, about maybe 3/4 of a mile. It's not that big building you can see. It's on up here. There's a long spur. They built a whole brand new spur that goes into Purina. Purina's got several tracks in there. They're not open yet. They haven't been shipping by rail yet. They're gonna ship grain in by truck first to get the process tested out. Then when everything's working right, they'll start shipping them by train. Everybody keeps asking about Purina, but no, they have not started yet. Purina is way over that way. See the gigantic building to your right? All right, we'll have a look at it. Not that much traffic right now, so. Purina's over here on the left now. None of the customers on the right use rail. I shouldn't even say customers, businesses. Originally when they built those businesses in there, they were gonna try to get one of them to use rail. That was the original talks, but it never happened. So there's Purina. Look how big it is. The place is huge. And all the way down at the end of the road, if you go to the end of the road and then go another 1,000 feet, maybe less than that, 800 feet, you'll see the railroad tracks. Tracks coming down that way. And then they go underneath of one of these structures over here. It might be that one. I'm not sure. Now you can look on the map and you can see the new track that they put in for Purina. It's on the new Google Maps. There it is, here's Purina. All right, thanks for watching, everyone. Hey, I've got some more trains I'm gonna put on here that I haven't posted yet. Yeah, guard check down here too. That must be a new one. Oh, I see some rail cars way over there. There's some rail cars on the Purina track. They're just storing them there, some of the rock cars. Can you see them? All right, check out these trains here. I got some trains I never have posted before from Kentucky. Thanks for watching. Coming to you from somewhere in Afton, Ohio at the Purina place. All right, check this out. It's still in the 20s right now. I changed locations. There's a railroad crossing right there. 2 tracks for Norfolk Southern. Then you got the CSX track over here. Now I've been here for 3 hours. It's been 3 hours and there hasn't been a train. But guess what? We got one coming right now. Finally, got a northbound train coming. All right, here we go. The sun just came out too. It's been cloudy the whole time. Look at this. The sun just came out. Get that telephone pole out of the way, son. Here we go. Here comes the train. I haven't seen a train in 3 hours. Truck frames. $80 truck frames per car. That's pretty cool. She goes. Not sure how many axles that was. I'm gonna guess 586. I don't know. Cool. Finally got some train action, and right when the sun came out. Whoo! My hands are frozen now in my ears. Oh, hey, thanks for watching my videos, everyone. I appreciate your support. Every view helps my channel. So we got the slideshow and the live action pets. Check out another video if you can. It helps my channel, helps pay for that gas. Guess what? I didn't leave right away. I stayed another hour because I was messing around with my cell phone. And we got another train coming finally. All right, got a CSX train, northbound. So it's gonna be coming from that direction. Let's find a different angle this time. Those people have a great view of the tracks. Yep, starting to hear it. It'll be here in just a few minutes. All right, here we go. It'll be cold for this one. The wind coming off of it. Whew. All auto racks. Only one locomotive is going to be pulling this whole train. That's amazing how much one locomotive can pull. All that pulled by just one locomotive. Man, that's pretty amazing. I guess it's pretty level up here. Got the neighbor's dogs barking at me. Well, this time I'm leaving for sure. I'm not sticking around for any more. Yep. Got a long drive back. Oh, it's almost dark now anyway. So I'll be home way after dark, obviously. So this time I'm leaving for sure. Check out all of my videos. Helps the channel. The review does help my channel. That track over there just doesn't get much action. There's 2 tracks for Norfolk Southern, but they don't even get half as many trains as CSX. CSX only has 1 track here. All right, we'll see you later. Well, there's the dogs wanting to go over there by the pond. There's some ducks over here at the gate. And there was some wild turkeys about 10 minutes ago, right back over there in the brown part of the field where the soybeans are. So I'm gonna let these dogs out here at the pond, let them have some fun. There they go, the live action pets doing their thing. I wonder where he's gonna go to. Probably back into the woods. Where did he go? I can't even see him now. Chessie's over here somewhere. There she is. Got something up a tree, probably a squirrel. Just got back from filming the train and I'm letting the dogs out here, let them run around a little bit. They haven't been back here very much because the pond's been freezing and thawing. It's just too dangerous to have the dogs back here. I had that one a few years ago that fell through the ice and we had to use that boat right there to rescue him. I got the paddles out, I put the boat in the water, had to break the ice to put the boat in the water. I just kept on breaking the ice with the oars until I got to the dog, which is right about here in the center. I pulled him up into the boat and got him in the house. That was really scary. We were really lucky to be able to get him out of the water before he drowned. So in the wintertime, I just keep this thing fenced off. I don't let the dogs out here, not until this ice is completely thawed out. These ducks will probably have babies out here again, and so will the geese. Last year, the baby ducks, last I saw, I think they were like halfway grown, but then the pond froze over, and I never saw them again. But rarely does a duck or a goose ever make it to adulthood when they hatch out here. Something always gets them. Yeah, I hear some geese coming in. There they are, there's some geese. They're wanting to land on the pond, but they saw me. They're gonna wait for me to leave. As soon as I leave, they'll come back and they'll land on the pond. They'll probably go over to that little island right there. Oh, they're coming back. Got live action going on here at the Jawtooth compound, somewhere in a remote area of Ohio. Hey, there comes Chessie. What does she have? And I just heard a noise back in the woods. You know how deer make that noise when you surprise them? They make like a, I don't know, they go like that. I just heard that noise come from the woods where, oh boy, where Loki's at. Just heard it back here, over in here somewhere. Loki's over there. Just heard him barking. I think he might have just chased a deer out or something. Well, Chessie is dragging something back to the house. I'm gonna have to get that from her. That's probably part of a deer. There she goes, got her prize. Something gross. This is the Jawtooth compound here. I've got over 100 acres. Not sure how much, it's kind of hard to figure it out, but It's in 2 different counties. It's kind of scattered around. This piece is 64 acres right here. This is the biggest piece. And it's in Highland County and Brown County. I got close to 7 acres in Highland County. Oh, wait a minute, I got another 2.5 acres in Highland also. Almost forgot about that. And let's see. Part of my property actually borders the Highland and Brown County lines, right on the line. But not here. It's on back, way back that way. You gotta go way back over there. Well, I'm gonna have to figure out where Loki went to and see what he's doing. There he is. There comes Loki. He's coming back. Look at him. He's booking. He's gonna be getting tired. He's probably about ready to go back in the house. Although, we might have to clean him up a little bit. I think he's got some mud on him. Yep, he's all muddy. We gotta get him cleaned up.